I've made over $300,000 creating videos for brands like Nike and Amazon, all while maintaining a full-time 9 to 5 job. But here's the craziest part. My first UGC video was so bad, I still cringe about it, and I still made $50 for it in my first week starting. So if you've tried every side hustle and nothing has worked, stick around because UGC might just be the game changer you've been looking for, because I know it was for me. If you're new here, my name is Jake. Most of you should be new here. I just started this channel 3 years ago. I was stuck in a soul crushing help desk job where I would literally go to work, stare at a screen for 8+ hours a day, hearing people complain about these issues they were having, even though the answers were right in front of their face. It was absolutely draining. I hated it. And don't get me wrong, the money wasn't terrible. But like I said, I absolutely hated what I was doing. And I knew there had to be something better out there. I knew inside I had this burning desire to build something on the side that could eventually become my full-time business. Little did I know that a random TikTok ad out of all things was about to completely change my financial trajectory. Today, I consistently make more from UGC videos than in my entire day job salary. I've worked with dream brands like Nike promoting actual Jordans. I mean, come on. And I've built the creative business I never really knew I wanted. This is the real story of how I discovered UGC and why it worked when everything else failed. Let me be real with you where I was about 3 years ago mentally, because I was in this weird position where I wasn't exactly broke, but I felt trapped. My job paid my bills and my life expenses, but every single day felt the exact same. It was rinse and repeat. I just had this burning rage and growing frustration where I would go to this job I hated, work with people I didn't like, but every single day just felt like I was slowly dying inside, listening to the same complaints from the same people over and over again. But the worst part wasn't the job itself, it was that I had tried everything to get out of it. And I mean everything. Affiliate marketing, tried it. E-commerce store, failed. Started an agency, disaster. Faceless social media pages, nothing. I was like a serial side hustler or something. I'd see some guru on YouTube talking about the next big opportunity, and I'd dive in head first. And I was convinced that this was going to be the one. I'd work nights and weekends. I would get my hopes up, maybe see a tiny bit of success, and then nothing actually sustainable. Rock bottom for me, though, wasn't financial. It was an emotional rock bottom. After failing at my fifth or sixth side hustle, I started questioning maybe I just wasn't one of those people who was meant to be an entrepreneur. Maybe I wasn't meant for success. Maybe I wasn't meant to be financially free. And it was really disheartening, honestly. Maybe I was destined to stay at this desk job that I hated forever. I was hungry for something that would actually work, not just theoretically, but practically, where I could see real money coming in quickly, not months or years down the line. I needed something I could see work, so I knew I could put my effort into it and watch it grow. And one day I'm scrolling on TikTok because that's what you do when you absolutely hate your job. And I see this ad from an agency. They're looking for UGC creators. At first, I was thinking, here we go again, another scam to get money out of me. But then they were explaining what UGC was. And this is the first time I ever heard of it. User generated content. What is that? Basically, I found out it's when brands are paying regular people like me, and I assume like you, they would hire regular people to create authentic looking videos for their products. You didn't need followers. There was no need to build an audience first. You just create content and get paid. My first thought was, that sounds way too good to be true. And then because of that, I was like, I'm not going to apply to this. I was just so burned from my previous side hustle failures, but something about this felt different. Maybe it was just because I had some previous experience posting on TikTok on a personal page. So video creation at that point wasn't completely foreign for me. So it gave me a slight bit of optimism there. Here's the thing though, I could have spent months researching and watching YouTube videos about UGC. Surprisingly, there wasn't much content talking about it back then or even to this day on YouTube, which is so surprising because it's such a great opportunity. And then I realized that was my problem with all those other side hustles. I was consuming content instead of taking action. And that's what 90% of people do. They just sit on YouTube watching videos about side hustles and then they never take action. So they'll never see results. And then they think that side hustles are a scam or making money online doesn't work. And that's just not true. So that point, I was like, screw it. And I applied to work with this agency and I took the risk, jumped in headfirst. But just because I had posted TikToks before did not mean I knew how to make a good UGC video. I had to learn by watching other successful creators, seeing what they were doing, and I discovered you need to bring so much energy to UGC. You need varying shots, you need commercial style music when you make the videos. There was just so many newbie mistakes I was making that could have been completely avoided. Originally, I started more in the health and wellness product space because that's what felt natural to me. I usually live a pretty fit lifestyle. I like going to the gym. I like to run. To this day, it's still my favorite niche to create videos in. I built my first portfolio using Google Drive folders. So professional, right? I mean, it works. It really does work. You don't need anything fancy. And I was maybe dedicating a couple hours a week to this while working my full-time job at the same time. But here's where it starts to get really interesting. Unlike every other side hustle I had tried, I was actually getting responses from brands and people were actually interested in working with me. My first paid UGC deal was for a phone storage cleaning app. Looking back, that video was absolutely terrible. I'm talking amateur hour at its finest. Bad lighting, awkward delivery, terrible audio quality. But you know what? That first video, I got paid $50 for it. And it was in my first week of trying UGC. $50 might not sound like much, but after failing at so many side hustles, getting paid $50 in my first week felt like winning the lottery, honestly. It felt like I could see a future, you know? I can make more money in this. And that's honestly when everything just started to click for me. This wasn't like affiliate marketing where you hope someone buys through your link someday. This wasn't like e-commerce where you need to manage inventory and customer service. This was simple. Create a video, get paid immediately. After my first full month in UGC, I made $750. This was more than I had ever made from any other side hustle. The next month, I almost doubled that amount. And by my third month, I hit my first $10,000 month, which I now do consistently every single month, still maintaining a 9 to 5 job. Of course, I like my 9 to 5 job a little bit more now, but from then, it just went up. A moment that really changed everything for me when I realized this is something I'm good at. This is something I need to continue doing. This is something I'm passionate about was when I landed a deal with Nike to promote a new pair of Jordans that were coming out. Nike promoting Jordans, like I literally felt like a celebrity or like someone like a professional athlete or an Olympian. Like it's crazy. Why is this normal person like me promoting Jordans, right? And then I was there standing in my apartment, filming myself with these exclusive Jordans that hadn't even been released yet, representing one of the most iconic brands in the entire world. That's when I knew this wasn't just a side hustle anymore. This was a real business, and UGC could be a real business for anyone. Reflecting and looking back, the biggest difference between UGC and all those other side hustles I tried was not the business model. It was really the immediate results for me. When you can see the money coming in within your first week, it fuels this fire in you that makes you want to keep going. Beyond the money, what I loved most about UGC is that it's a creative business. It's not me brain rotting, staring at a screen or going into meetings that don't matter. That could have been an email, right? It's a creative business. I get to build relationships with brands, help drive marketing campaigns, and they trust me to be the face of their product. And that's something no help desk job or any 9 to 5 job for the most part could ever give me. So if you're someone who has tried multiple side hustles and nothing clicked, it's not because you're not cut out for entrepreneurship. Sometimes you just haven't found the right opportunity yet. UGC works for me when everything else failed because it was simple. It was immediate and it played to my strengths that I didn't even know I had yet. The fact that I can now make more from UGC than my entire day job salary while still keeping a 9 to 5 job for the benefits proves the right opportunity can change everything for you. If you're ready to stop trying side hustles that don't work and start building real income through UGC, I've created a free 14-day game plan that shows you exactly how to land your first $500 per video deal. The link is in the description below. And if you want to go even deeper and learn the exact professional systems that helped me land deals with Nike, Amazon, and other major brands, I'm opening up my waitlist for my signature course, the 10X UGC method. This is where I'm going to start sharing the exact advanced strategies that took me from that terrible $50 phone ad video to consistent 5-figure months. Both links are in the description, and I want to hear from you. What side hustles have you tried that didn't work out? Drop a comment and let me know because I've probably been there too. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more real talk about building wealth through UGC, and I'll see you in the next video.